Hello, my name is Jen and welcome to another Book Refuge reading vlog. This week, I have high hopes, everyone. Just like Brendan Urie singing Panic at the Disco, I got high hopes for my reading. That's what's going on this week, okay? I am finishing Outlander this week. It's happening. I have 80 pages left. I probably will finish it tonight. My friends are coming over to watch Bohemian Rhapsody in a little bit, which I'm so excited about. We had an Oscar party last night, and it was so fun. Bohemian Rhapsody, Rami Malek won, and I was so excited. That's literally the only reason I was watching was for that. Also, I finally started reading. It only took me almost a year. Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. So good so far. I completely forgot that it was like an Anastasia retelling. Wasn't expecting that, and then I'm listening to it and I'm like, wait, those sound like people of the Russian royal family. Wait, this sounds a little bit like Imperial Russia. Wait, oh my god, it's a retelling of Anastasia. And I can't handle it with robots and androids and lifelike androids, and it's amazing. So, those are like my main focuses this week. I also I want to finish King of Scars this week as well, but I've said that so many times. I don't know. Also, I'll probably start Eye of the World this week. So that is the first Wheel of Time novel. Murphy's Book Club is starting that. As well as I got an arc of King of Fools by Amanda Foody, which if you have been a long-time viewer, you'll know that Ace of Shades was my first ever all-crate box that I got, and I didn't like it. But I saw it was an e-arc on NetGalley, and I thought it'd be really cool to get to review this one early, and I got it. So, excuse me, I might try to read that too. I got a couple other e-arcs, so I figured I would maybe take the time before March starts to get through a couple like ebooks, because I do have a pretty hefty March TBR, and so I thought this would be a good time to read some books that are like not planned. So anyway, that is kind of what the week is setting up to be. So we shall see what happens there. I'm excited. Lifelike is super good, by the way. I tweeted Jay Kristoff about it, and he tweeted me back. Jay is so good about that. Like, he has so many Twitter followers and people tweeting at him, and he takes the time to like do like interactions, and I just appreciate that so much, because a lot of my favorite authors don't do a ton on Twitter, and I get that. I mean, it's not a platform that everybody wants to do stuff on. It's a platform that I'm newer to, and I really only use for like booktube things, and tweeting about the Oscars. I was hitting it up last night. So I asked him how many demons he had to trade with to write such good stories, and he wouldn't tell me his secret, which was sad. But anyway, that is what the week is looking like. We shall see where I'm at in a couple days. I'll check back in soon. Bye. Hey guys, doing a midweek check-in for you. This week's been going really good, actually. I was able to finish Outlander and King of Scars the other day. Outlander, I really plowed through because I've been reading that one for 2 months and I wanted to get it done. My friend isn't there yet, but that's okay. She just picked it up on audio, so hopefully she'll plow through that, and then I can start on Dragonfly and Amber because I really want to. I'm excited to continue reading this series this year. But yeah, I am halfway through Lifelike, and I'm really liking that. And I just started Avalon, which is on my list for Romanceopoly, but it just said read a sci-fi or a sci-fi romance, so it doesn't have to be romance. And I've been wanting to read this one by Mindy Arnett. She wrote Onyx and Ivory, which was one of my favorite books last year, and since I'm still waiting for Flame, and I really should know the full title of that. I think it's like Fire and Flame or something like that, but I want to read her other books that she wrote, so I'm reading that one. And then I read an arc today called Misadventures of a Book Boyfriend. That was okay. It was better than some of the other Misadventure. Misadventure is a series that's like written by a bunch of different authors, and they each like write one of them. And it wasn't fantastic, but it was better than I was expecting it to be. So I'm going to do a review for that after I take a shower. I need to submit my review for that because that was an e-arc. But yeah, I just got back from my friend's birthday, and I had went to Barnes & Noble because they're having a book haul sale right now. So I picked up Hunting Prince Dracula and Stalking Jack the Ripper. These are both half off, so they were only $5 each. And then I picked up An Affair of Poisons out. It's about this girl who like accidentally helps poison the king and then is like running from that. I don't know, it seems cool. It's set in like the 1600s during like King Louis XIV's time, and it just seemed interesting. And then I picked up Trisha Levenseller's new book, The Warrior of the Wild, which is like a Viking type story. This girl is supposed to take a test to become a warrior, and she ends up failing it, and so she gets banished from her family. I love Trisha Levenseller's Daughter of a Pirate King series, so I want to do that. So those are the books I picked up. I restrained myself. I only bought a couple, but I've been wanting to read the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, but I was waiting for a good deal to get it. So those are the first two. So that's really exciting. So anyway, that's kind of how the week is going. I want to finish Lifelike this week, and then on Friday I need to start the Wheel of Time. So that's kind of what my goals are this week. So I'll check back in with you later to let you know how I did. Hey guys, it is Saturday morning, so I just wanted to quick wrap up the entire week for you. So I know I already mentioned this in the other clip, but I did finish reading Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I am reading and annotating this with one of my best friends. She is taking a little bit longer than me because she just bought a house, adulting at a high level. I probably wouldn't be reading as many books either if I actually had life happening. But I loved this. I put obviously lots of annotations in it. I also discovered while I was reading that I'm going to change how I annotate because it's hard for me to come up with so many different categories to use. So in this one, it is like color coded. Like pink is whenever there's romantic or romantic tensions going on. Orange is whenever something like important plot is happening. Blue is things that will be important in future books because this is the second time I'm reading it. And I just don't like that because I have to think too much when I'm reading, if that makes sense. So I decided going forward that I'm going to do what some other people do and just flag anything. You know, if it's any of those things, I'll just put a flag and like, that's fine. And then they'll also like all be the same color, which will make me happy because it will match and that'll be cool. And that's just what I'm going to do. So this is a 5-star read. Of course, I'm not going to spend too much time on it because if you don't know what this is about, you probably don't want to know. Like, it's probably not in your wheelhouse. Like, this is historical romance that, I mean, the first book leans much more heavily on the romance, but later on it's more historical. Anyway, whatever. If Outlander is something you would like a whole review on, that would be fine because I'm going to be reading all of these this year is the goal anyway. And so if you actually want me to do reviews on these, let me know because I could. I just feel like there's so many people who've done them. I don't know what I have to say, but I could come up with it if you want me to, so let me know. Then I also plowed through King of Scars. I'm actually getting ready to film because I have 2 copies of this. I actually, the slip cover of this one, Barnes & Noble ruins it with a freaking sticker. So I just threw it away because I have another copy that has the actual cover, and this is adorable. I ended up giving it 4 stars, but I'm going to do a full review of that right now, which should come up this week or next week, so you can check that out. But even though I gave it 4 stars, I'm actually giving it 4 stars more for, like, the nostalgia and, like, the excitement that it gave me to see some of the people, and not so much for the actual content, which I'll get more into in my review, which will have some spoilers. But I was still kind of disappointed, but I still gave it a 4-star. But anyway. So then, also this week, I've been reading Lifelike, which I realized I didn't really explain what this one was about. I'm probably going to finish this in the next couple days. So this is by Jay Kristoff, and this is about kind of like, I don't want to call it post-apocalyptic because there wasn't an apocalypse in this, but it's like futuristic Russia was his like, well, I guess it was set in the United States now, but I don't know. I've watched too many interviews with Jay, so the things I've seen in the interviews are like clouding what's actually happening in the book. So this book focuses around Eve. She has, how do I even do this? She has some parts of her that are cybernetic because she was hurt when she was a child and her entire family was murdered. And her grandfather saved her and gave her a cybernetic eye and a couple other things. So she's a little like Cinder to me. So that was exciting when I started it. She fights in these pits where she fights against other robots, and she realizes that she's a deviant, which means she can control technology and metal a little bit. I think that's what it is. Again, they haven't fully explained that to me in this yet, and that's just what I'm kind of getting from it, is that's what it is. And then there are these things called lifelikes, which they are this outlawed type of android kind of that looks completely human, but they're made out of fabricated parts. I don't want to call it metal because it's not, like it will regrow itself. So the lifelike we mean, his name is Ezekiel, and like if he gets hurt, it'll take a while, but he can heal himself. Which, okay, people can heal themselves too, but like quickly, like he gets shot and 2 hours later, he's mostly fine. But we find out that Ezekiel knew Eve from a different life, and that different life she lived is based on the Russian royal family, the Romanovs, and that's probably enough. It's fantastic. So she finds out there's all these people trying to kill her, and not just because she's a deviant, which is what she thought, a deviant, but because she is the lost daughter, Anna, who her entire family was wiped out. Her family was actually the family that invented the lifelikes, and the guy that she thought is her grandfather is not actually her grandfather, but one of the people who helped create the lifelikes. So that's probably enough. I am loving it. I'm listening to the audio, but I may switch over to I always track where I am in the audio for my Goodreads so I can update it. But it is so good. I kind of want to read it faster, so I'm probably going to skip to this to do it. Next, I am reading The Girl in the Tower with Murphy, and yesterday, or we started it on Thursday, and I'm 122 pages into it. I'm loving it. It's still a really slow grow, so I don't know how Murphy's feeling about it. We haven't been able to talk too much yet, but I am loving it because Vasya is still so smart and so clever, and I love her. I really do. I love Vasya, and we get to see more of the Winter Demon, the King of Winter, who was teased a lot in the first one, and we get to see some more of him. And also, favorite trope, guys. I've run into so many of these. She has a horse companion named Solovey, who she speaks with him because she can speak with certain animals for the gift that she has. And so they're riding together, they're traveling together, and her horse work together and talk together. And I love it because animal companions are my favorite. And I knew that she talked a little bit in the first one, but I guess I kind of forgot because there was a whole lot of other stuff that happened at the end of that book, and she is traveling with a companion, and I love it. I love it. But it's a slow moving book, but it's so atmospheric and beautiful. And then also last night I started our read of The Eye of the World, which is also for Murphy's Book Club, but with everybody. I don't know how I feel about this yet. I was just saying to my friend Becca at Becca's Book Club is that like I need to reread what I already read. I've read the first chapter and the epilogue or the prologue, and I really have no idea what happened. So before I like just plow on, I think I'm like gonna reread it before I get too far. But we'll see. I really want to like this series. I think I'm just so daunted by it as a whole because there's 14 books in the series that I just don't want to think that far. So I think I just need to just take it as one book and see, and know that I don't have to commit to all 14 if I don't want to. So this is everything that I've been reading this week. If you'd like to see more videos, excuse me, I put up new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you can watch some more of those right now. Thanks. Bye. See you next time.